kids, it's me, Tony Home Perm. So, what do you think about this purple smoky look? Well, I have to tell you all, this is all courtesy of Edgar's makeup. If you don't know who Edgar is, I'm going to put all his info in the comments below. He is a fantastic makeup artist. He has his own channel here on YouTube, and he's on Instagram and Twitter, all the good things. And I watched him do this makeup tutorial, smoky eye for hooded eyes. And yes, I do have hooded eyes. Far more than a hood. It's like a canopy at this point, but I digress. Anyway, he did a smoky eye for hooded eyes look, and I'm gonna put a picture of it up on the screen so that you can see. He did an amazing job, as always. I just love his makeup looks. But he used the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette, and I don't have that palette. I don't intend on getting it, just because it just looks too big and bulky. It's just not for me. I like a a more sleek, compact, easy to throw in a drawer kind of palette. What I'm going to be using today is the Jungle Rock palette from Wet n Wild in collaboration with Bretman Rock. When I first saw this palette, I felt that there were some similarities to the Bloodlust palette. Definitely, the purple pinks, a shimmery black, the bluish green, that gold. So I think it's not a dupe palette, but I think that it's definitely able to create some similar looks. So that's what we're gonna do today, and we're gonna jump back in time a little bit before I did all this, and I'm gonna show you how I got to this point. Hi kids, it's Tony Home Perm. So I haven't made a makeup video in quite a while. I've been very busy. Unlike professional full-time YouTubers, I'm a full-time drag queen, so I'm always doing shows, I'm always rehearsing. I have a husband, I have cats, I have a whole other life. But I'm trying to get back into doing this just for fun. I don't know what else to say. So, trying to make it easy on myself, I'm not even bothering with the glitter background behind me. I found that every time I was thinking about filming, I was like, oh, I've got to set up that whole drape system and, make it look like professional YouTuber. And it was just too much work. It was just too much trouble. I may still do it again, but I'm like, if it's holding me back from doing this, then what's the point? So this is where I get ready. So when I'm getting ready. And today I'm actually getting ready for another episode of Talking Tony, which you can watch on Facebook Live on Strong Island Radio. You can always follow me on Facebook at Tony Home Perm, also on Instagram, Twitter, and of course right here on YouTube. Okay, so today's look is inspired by Edgar of Edgar's Makeup, and I'm going to leave all the info on his channel and his Instagram down below in the comments. If you're not subscribed to him, I would suggest you do so. He's an amazing professional makeup artist. I am not. I am merely a humble... slight interruption because of a phone call. As I was saying before, Edgar is a professional makeup artist. I am not. I am merely a humble drag queen doing what she can with, the makeup that she has. So anyway, Edgar did this fantastic tutorial, smoky eyes for hooded eyes, step by step. He says easy. For me, easy has to be like, really, really easy. So, I'm going to try my best. Edgar, don't read me, please. Okay, so, also, he used the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. And when I first saw the images for the Bloodlust palette, the Bretman Rock, Jungle Rock palette from Wet n Wild had, they were showing the images of both palettes at around the same time. And I was looking at them and I said, that Wet n Wild palette has a very similar color story to the Bloodlust palette, but there was, quite a big difference in price. The Jeffree Star palette, I think, is $59. The Bretman Rock palette, I think, is $14.99. I actually did get the Bretman Rock palette. I ordered it online from Wet n Wild, but I probably could have just picked it up at Ulta, but it was just easier to do it online. So let me grab. Oh, I'm a real YouTuber, dropping palettes left and right. So I wanted to see if it was possible to dupe, a Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette look with the Bretman Rock palette. Because I think there is some similarity in the color story. The purple, the pink, that sort of teal green, the shimmery gold, the red. Not that I don't think in this look that Edgar did there was the red or the teal, but the shimmery black is also in the Jeffree Star palette. So I said, what the heck? What do I have to lose? If it comes out terrible, what I'm trying to do, well, you just throw a really big lash on, you throw some glitter over it, and you're good to go out the door, ready for the gig. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. Oh goodness, when you're trying to shoot a video and it's constant interruptions, either the landline phone, the cell phone, dropping palettes, whatever. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to try and dupe the Jeffree Star palette with the Bretman Rock. So I'm going to try and dupe the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette with the Bretman Rock Jungle Rock palette, and we're gonna give it a go. So I'm gonna do my whole base. I like to get all that done before I start an eye look, and then we're gonna go from there. So I may either fast forward through this or just come back when my base is down and ready to proceed into the eye look. So okay, I'm back. I ended up just stopping the camera and because I just needed to get my base down because I just don't have that much time. Okay, so what Edgar did was he went into the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. He went into Blood Queen, and he did that basically on the lid, sort of carved out a crease. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try this this new brush from the Wet n Wild Bretman Rock collection. I'm not using Blood Queen though, because since we don't have the Bloodlust palette, but I am going to be using Feline myself. So I may end up fast forwarding through a lot of this. We will see. Well, let's see what happens. And I also have a very hooded eye. Oh, I used the NYX eyeshadow base in pure white. I wanted to really get these colors to pop. So there. I am a drag queen, so I can go for the drama as much as possible. I just needed to get my base down because I just don't have that much time. Okay, so what Edgar did was he went into the Jeffree Star Bloodlust palette. He went into Blood Queen, and he did that basically on the lid, sort of carved out a crease. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to try this this new brush from the Wet n Wild Bretman Rock collection. I'm not using Blood Queen though, because since we don't have the Bloodlust palette, but I am going to be using Feline myself. So I may end up fast forwarding through a lot of this. We will see. Well, let's see what happens. And you know, I also have a very hooded eye. Oh, I used the NYX eyeshadow base in pure white. I wanted to really get these colors to pop. So I'm going to get this all over the lid. Just packing it on same way that Edgar did. Swooping it up there. I am a drag queen, so I can go for the drama as much as possible. Edgar also said in this video, you know, you could do this technique with any colors, which is good because I don't have the exact colors in this palette that are in the Bloodlust palette. I mean, I probably could, I think I could dupe them from some other palettes. Definitely in one of my Norvina palettes, but I was trying to keep this more drugstore and affordable. Okay, we go into the other side. Okay, I ended up switching brushes. I realized Edgar didn't put any of the color on his lid. I went ahead and did that. I don't think it's going to matter in the end. This is the other brush in the Bretman Rock collection. Okay, I'm happy with how that built up. I should have just given myself way more time to do this, so note to self, future reference. Okay. We're going to go into now, he went into Scandal Water on the Bloodlust palette. I'm going into Flamingo. A lot of girls I work with can relate to that, I'm sure. Wasn't talking about you, Ashley Jade. Okay, so we're going to go into Flamingo and use that to sort of blend out that first shade. Something tells me I'm gonna wind up having to do this video over again, but It's all good. It's all good. She has all the time in the world, really. Not happy with our brows today, but hey, is what it is. It just is what it is. I'm going in on the other side. I really should have started far earlier. I probably could have done this so much better had I given myself a lot more time. But I'm a drag queen. I don't have any time. I have to get to the gig. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a color switch. Now what I'm going to do, I think the Scandal Water is actually a little bit more periwinkle than this color, Flamingo. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of deeper. I know it's a, I'll show you, deeper. That's deeper. Now it's a blue shimmer, but you know, I want a little bit of that periwinkle tone of Scandal Water. So, the heck with it. We're just going to go in with it. I think that worked. And if it doesn't, well, there's always glitter and huge eyelashes. Alright, I'm going to go back into Flamingo and put that back over that color that we laid down. I'm just rushing through this. I can't help it. Okay, I'm gonna use my color switch. I'm going back into Feline myself. Just gonna put it back in the crease area. This is supposed to be a St. Patrick's Day look. Don't ask. Don't ask, kids. Don't ask. Well, it's purple. Don't read me, Ashley Jade.
Now is a buffing right along the edge of that Blood Queen shadow. Because we already have our base down, we don't really have to worry about the concealer moving around. That's why I'm doing a little bit more of the windshield wiper shades that we are using today. Of pigment here, you really just want to be having just enough pigment to where you can see the shape. And I am looking to take that same brush, a little bit more of that Blood Queen shadow, and I just further enhance, or I should say I redefine a little bit more of that crease that we initially placed down. Now I'm going.
Why dogs eat poop, and is that a normal behavior?
One of these dogs just got back from the...
I'm going to go in with Executioner on a smaller, fluffier bullet brush. You don't want to use anything too dense because we don't necessarily want a large deposit of pigment here. You really just want to be having just enough pigment to where you can see the shape. And I am looking straight into my mirror for this. That way when my eye is open or closed, I'm still able to see that black shadow pop out, because the last thing we want to do is work so hard on.
Okay, then he goes in with Executioner in the Bloodlust palette. We're going in with Alpha in the Jungle Rock palette. And he went in with a smaller fluffy brush, and he said, you gotta look straight into the mirror, because if you have a hood, you wanna make sure that you see that even when the eye is open. I really feel like I did not doing justice to the look that he created, but it is what it is, girl. I should have started this earlier. I don't have anywhere near as nice a blend as he did. But it is what it is. He has such a beautiful blend on his eyes. I'm rocking Zombie. Hey, zombies need love too.
Blending these shadows, and then just them being covered up when you look up and open your eyes. So same thing on both sides. Before I start winging it out, I kind of
If anything close to what he has.
And then once I've done that, I go in with very, very little, almost no product, and I start winging this out. This is a really dark shade, almost like an off black with a little bit of a glitter, a little bit of a purple hue. So I would recommend going easy and working little by little compared to all the other shades that we are using today. So you can see here, I'm just slowly working this out. And once I've done that, just like I did with the previous shadows, I go in with the Blood Queen shade and just very light.
Okay, we're gonna go back into Blood Queen. Not Blood Queen. We don't have Blood Queen. We're going back into Feline Myself. Okay. What next?
Slightly buff out the edges of that. That way that'll ensure that we have no harsh lines and it looks like all one complete solid eye with a gradient as opposed to 3 different colors applied on the lid. Now once you've gone ahead and done that, we're going to be adding a base. Now for this, you can really use a cream eyeliner, a black pencil, whatever you guys have on hand. So here's what it looks like before we add a base on. Actually, I went in with a little bit of Scandal Water here as well, just to make sure we had all the colors in there. But I'm going to go.
Alright, so I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Flamingo and then put a black base down. And I'm also going to go in with a little bit of deeper, just to try to get a little bit of that periwinkle. Okay, it is what it is, kids. Then he went in with a black base, and he used the NYX Jumbo pencil, which I thought I had it, but I guess I couldn't find it. So anyway, I'm using this, I think this is a Rimmel Scandal Eyes waterproof pencil, and I'm just going to do like him. He put a little on the back of his hand. Actually, do I want to use this one, or actually I thought I was going to use this Milani. Oh yeah, this is a little creamier, so we're going to try that. So I'm putting some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take a flat brush, something that I don't mind getting a ton of black on. I'm going to put that on the eye here. going to try anyway. I don't know if that's doing anything. I'm not seeing much. You know what? We're just going to go. He put it on the back of his hand. He did it with a brush. I just don't think I have the time. I'm just going to put some directly on the lid. Definitely makes a difference. Nobody can see anything when I do that. Edgar, if you do end up watching this, please know that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I realize I probably look like a hot mess. What can I say? I just battery on that one out. Let's just blend that out as best as we can. Normally I would do a cut crease and I do a super thick wing. So this is definitely a different look from me. Okay, just got to keep going. Just got to keep going because I don't have much time.
Base, and what I'll be using is the NYX
Jumbo
pencil in black bean. This is an oldie.
Didn't have the NYX.
And I just deposited a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and with a flat brush, pick a little bit of that up, and I start to pat it on my lid. So you don't want to drag, you don't want to pull on the lid, because remember, we do have concealer under there. So I'm simply just patting on directly from the back of my hand.
I wonder if I would have been better off with black liquid lipstick.
Really nice dark base to place a little bit more of a darker shadow on. So you can see this left eye compared to the right, it's a lot darker by placing that shadow. So I'm just evening it out here, making sure both eyes have the base. And also don't forget to place a little bit towards that tail area, because we did place shadow there, and we will want it to be winged out, not just a dark lid and then a very soft black outer corner. So here we go.
Why dogs eat poop, and is that a normal behavior?
One of these dogs just got...
With a little bit of executioner, same exact brush, and I am just patting this on with my brush.
Okay, so he goes back in with more executioner, which we are using alpha. I'm gonna see. I'm not sure. I'm gonna see how this looks. If I don't get the payoff that I want. See, it's not very glittery. It's glittery in the pan, but not on there. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna switch to another very affordable palette. Okay, camera cut off on me. So he goes back in with executioner. I was gonna go back in with alpha. It doesn't seem as that glittery. I'm gonna try from the Smoke Show Color Pop palette. What is this? This is Night Dream. It's a very shimmery, glittery color, and I think it looks similar to Executioner in the Jeffree Star palette. So we're gonna try it. It seems glittery. Yeah, I think it's pretty glittery. I definitely need to try doing this when I have time to do it right. But oh, and we're getting a lot of glitter on the face. Well, I know a lot of YouTubers, they like go crazy. Like, oh, there's so much glitter on the face. As a drag queen, I don't care if I have glitter on my face. I don't know, just makes me more sparkly. I'm just gonna brush that away. Okay, I don't know. I think what I'm actually gonna do is I really want some more glitter, so I'm gonna go in with this from NYX. It's the Love something disco that they came out with. I have these new contacts in. I can't see anything close. They're only good for driving. So I don't know. It's hard to read the products, and they're so small. But this is like, it's like a black glitter liner, and I'm gonna throw some of that on just to see if it makes a difference. That's way more glittery. I don't know how that's showing up on camera, but at least what I can see in my mirror I like. It seems that he then goes and does the rest of his face, and then he goes back in with most of the same colors on the under eye, and I'm going to do something fairly similar. So we're going, what the heck, we're going for dark smoky. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Okay, I think I'm gonna go in with that Milani black on the waterline. Okay, I think I saw Brenda Couture do this trick where she took a Q-tip and she went on the waterline first. I know I have very watery eyes, so I think this is a good idea to do to, dry the waterline so that when you put a liner on it, it actually sticks. Okay. Please remember, I'm a drag queen. Don't try this at home. Okay. We're gonna try some mascara. And then finish up the rest of our face. I'm so annoyed with myself. I know I could have done this look so much better. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's not exactly what I wanted it to be. But what can you do? Sometimes it is what it is. We'll come back to that. Okay. Contour blush highlighter. We're going to speed through all of that. I forgot the inner corner highlight. I think it's sort of a pinky that he used. I think I'm gonna go into the ColourPop Lilac You A Lot palette and use what is this shade? I think it's Cloud. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Cloud. I'm not living for Cloud. Where's that on my face? Okay. Something with more pop. Okay, we are gonna try. I'm gonna use this e.l.f. liquid eyeshadow. It's sort of like a dupe for Stila. We're gonna put that in the inner corner. Let's see what happens. I like to take a little bit of it and put it on a crappy little brush. Can you see that? Looks to be a big difference to me. Okay, a little bit more. And if I forget to say what the name is of everything, I'll put it in the description box. What do we think? I just wish I had gotten as nice of a blend as he did, but it is what it is. Okay, gotta keep going. Gotta keep going. I have my radio show today. I have my friend Dennis, who's a karaoke DJ here on Long Island, is going to be my very special guest. And I can't be late. And so we need blush. I'm just going to use this NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blush. I don't know what is it? Daydream. In Daydream. So let's get some blush on. And I always put a little the temples. My mother always did this. I used to love to watch her do her makeup. Okay. And highlighter. We need something really poppin'. But I'm trying to keep this affordable for all of you. So I think I'm gonna go in with this. I'm gonna try this. It's a ColourPop My Little Pony. It's actually a super shock shadow, and I never used it, and I'm like, gotta use this stuff up, otherwise it goes bad. Okay, so I like to go in with setting spray before I do highlighter. I think it makes it really pop. So. This is just a cheap Maybelline setting spray. It just, does what I want. It gives me that moisture. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. My stomach just growled. I don't know if that got picked up on camera or what. Oh. Oh, yeah. She's highlighted all right. Probably too much. That's all right. That's all right. We're just gonna just blend it out with a brush. Just blend it out with a brush. You know. It's all good, kids. It's all good. Okay. On to the next. On to the next. Okay. Need to get lips on. Oh, we're actually not doing too bad on time. I always like to put a lip balm on before I do my lips, and I'm gonna overdraw them. I'm gonna use this Milani pencil color statement lip liner, true instant color in Bordeaux. Okay, where'd our mirror go? Done with the blush. We're going for a very overdrawn lip today, and I don't care. Okay. Going in with this Violet Voss liquid lipstick in the color... Oh, good God, I can't even read it. I don't know. I think I got it in a boxy charm, but it's kind of a rosy nude, and Edgar did that sort of color. So... lips are juicy today. Okay. Beauty mark, eyelashes, and then we just gotta finish it up. We don't have a choice. We don't really have a choice, kids. We just gotta get this show on the road, okay? I'm giving you the best that I got, kids. I use a little nail dotting tool for my beauty mark. No, it's not real. Ooh, it's a little big. It's a little big. Wow, those lips today. Woo! Woo! I'm telling you. Woo! Who needs filler? Who needs Restylane? Don't read me, Ashley Jade. I know where you live. I gotta see if I can fix this lip. This one side is killing me. Close up, that beauty mark is like as big as Manhattan, but what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Okay, I'm trying to decide if I'm happy with that inner corner. I'm gonna take a look, see what Edgar did. So I'm going in with a little bit of Tough Love from the Smoke Signs palette, just to see, I just went in too high with the color, but it's okay, it's okay. It's all good. A new technique for me. Okay. We gotta get the lashes on and just get the show on the road, kids. You know, it's what you do when you gotta get to the gig, kids, you know? God, that beauty mark. What was she thinking? What was she thinking? Alright, so, nope, not those lashes. We're gonna use product placement here. Now, I paid for these, okay? I paid for them. Chaotic Cosmetics Death Stares. They're from my friend Ashley Jade's brand. She is the CEO of Chaotic Cosmetics. You can find them all over. Instagram, Facebook, Chaotic Cosmetics. And I'm using her Death Stares eyelashes. I had to trim them just because of my eye shape, but I love them. And I've reused this pair like over and over and over and over. Girl, you know, help a girl out. Give me a new pair. I'm like advertising for you. Actually, I have a new pair. But these are fine. I just keep reusing them. And actually, Chaotic Cosmetics is going to be at the New York City Makeup Show, and I will be there on I think it's Monday, May 4th. That's the day I'm going to be there, helping my friend Ashley Jade, aka AJ Bellafiore, CEO of Chaotic Cosmetics, man the booth. So, usually this is where you find out if a look works when you get the eyelashes on. I mean, up until that point, it's sort of like, well, actually, even once you get the eyelashes on, then once you get, like, you know, the wig and everything on, then you really know. So, wish me luck. Okay, kids. Well, I think we'll be back once I have everything on, and we'll see what we think. And we're back. Okay, everything is done. I did all my makeup, hair by my husband, and I'm getting ready to celebrate St. Patrick's Day on my Talking Tony show, because I won't have an episode on again until after St. Patrick's Day. So I figured, green frock and red hair, feeling very, very Irishy. So I wasn't sure about the look. My husband loves it. He loves the eye makeup. He said, "Oh, it's very blended." I did the best that I could. I did the best that I could, kids. We're working with what we have. So anyway, I don't know. I think that I'm happy with it now. Now that everything's finished, I like the eye makeup look, and I'm happy with it. Of course, as I said, my makeup techniques pale in comparison to Edgar. Edgar, thank you so much for that tutorial. I have to really go back and study it some more. I think I have to get tighter with my blending. I just go too far out. But it is what it is. So I'm happy with the finished product that I got, the finished look that I got. So what do all of you think? My many subscribers. Yeah, I wish. Anyway, I think the Bretman Rock Jungle Rock palette from Wet n Wild is is not half bad as a dupe for the Jeffree Star palette. And I mean, there's a huge difference in price, and I'm actually thinking that the green shade in the Bretman Rock palette is pretty close to the teal shade that's in the Bloodlust palette, for one thing. And the red's similar, there's a gold similar. So I think if you like the Bloodlust palette and you want to create some similar looks to it, you could definitely get away with it with the Wet and Wild palette at a very, very substantially reduced price. Like I said, I think the Jungle Rock palette was only $15 and Bloodlust is $59. And I have nothing against a $59 palette. I have the Norvina palettes. I have a Viseart Grand Pro palette. But the thing I just really didn't like about the Bloodlust palette is the size of it. It's just so... It seems so big, it's so clunky, and it's like I like to just be able to throw my palettes in a drawer when I'm done with them. And that's a palette I don't see myself throwing that in a drawer. It's the packaging itself is too beautiful. So that's just my feeling on it. Definitely curious to see if there are any actual true dupe palettes that come out for the Bloodlust palette. I actually just got I think it's a Sea Color is the brand, and I got a dupe for the Blue Blood palette, which is like an exact dupe. I mean, and I'm curious to try and replicate a look that somebody's done with the Blue Blood palette with this. I think it's called the Blue Sky palette. But as far as the Bloodlust palette, I'm not unhappy with how this came out. So I need to just get some last minute things ready and head out to my show. So thank you for watching this little experiment of mine. Please hit the like button. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about this look. Please hit the subscribe button. Please follow me over on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm on Twitter too, but I'm hardly ever there. I mean, it's usually Facebook and Instagram. So that's where you can find me. And of course, you can find me on Facebook Live on Strong Island Radio, my little radio show, Talking Tony. Airs there, usually twice, sometimes 3 times a month. And until the next time, which I don't know when it will be, I'll see you soon. Bye, kids.